Hello and welcome. My name is Janine El-Hinawi, and today with me I have the amazing Lesia Caggiano, who is a Million Stars coach, and I have the pleasure to interview her here with me. I'm an accountability advisor inside Fatima Omar International, and I'm also the director of marketing at Million Stars Academy. So, Lisa, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on with me today and do this interview. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm doing good today. Thank you. And thank you for having me. I appreciate this greatly.
You're most welcome. So, Lisa, please, if you could introduce yourself a little bit, tell us who are you and what does your company do?
Yes. Again, my name is Lesia Caggiano, and I am located in Florida, the United States of America. And I am the founder and creator of Can Do University, which is a private Facebook group where we encourage each other, inspire each other, and motivate each other to overcome any traumas that may or may not be going on in their life so that they can also do whatever it is that they were created to do.
Wow.
And it's been an amazing journey and an amazing ride establishing this group for everyone. And I just want to encourage anyone who's looking for that support system that they've been missing to just look us up. Again, it's called Can Do University, a private Facebook group.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Lisa. And your group is amazing, and I love your posts in there. You're doing really great work. So if you could describe your life before you joined Million Stars a little bit to the people who are watching, how did that look like?
Oh my gosh. That was a while ago. My life before Million Stars Academy, I guess I would say that I was just existing. You know, life would come and go, things would happen, things would shift. You know, I was allowing like drama and chaos to rule the roost, if you will. And at that point in time, when I found Million Stars Academy, the father of my children had actually just passed away. So there was a lot of mixed emotions and everything going on there. And I believe it was through our mutual friend, Donna Gain, who invited me to join the tribe of spiritual entrepreneurs, where Fatima was doing a launch for her academy, Million Stars Academy. And the timing could not have been better, honestly, because I was basically running around like a chicken with her head cut off, not sure what to do, not sure how to do it or where to do it. So I joined inside Million Stars Academy, and it has just been a blessing ever since. The support system that is created inside the academy is awesome and wonderful. The different lessons that Fatima has inside her academy, it's just phenomenal. It really is. You can pick and choose as you go through there, which is pretty much so the way that I've been going through the academy. It's like whatever's going on in my life. Oh, okay, I need to tweak this. So I'll go look in the academy and find what I'm looking for, and then I'll tweak it and make the adjustments and move on from there. But just being inside Million Stars Academy, just having that accountability, having people who believe in you, who support you. It's also a very safe environment where we can still be ourselves. You know, we're not judged, we're not criticized, we're just loved through whatever life predicament we're going through at that moment in time. And then when we move past it and we're ready to continue on our journey, everyone is always there to help support you and lift you up and help you carry on with whatever task you were working on. It's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. So you said before, like your life before Million Stars Academy was like a little bit like running like a headless chicken around. So would you say now that you found the direction, you found the way, and you are more clear now on where you want to go?
I am. I'm clearer as far as the path that I'm choosing to take, but honestly, the clearest part for me is I don't let life drama and chaos rule me anymore. I've been able to gain the mindset of, okay, this is just life. Life happens. I deal with it. And then I move back into where I was before life came about and tried to knock me off the railroad track.
Wow, that sounds pretty amazing. So how does that make you feel in your day-to-day life?
It gives me more self-confidence. It's comforting at the same time, because inside the different calls that Fatima has weekly, you get to know the other people who are in the academy with you. And usually on those calls, if not everyone, at least someone there you can relate to and go, oh, I'm not the only one experiencing that. And I have to say, the body, mind, and spirit call that she has on Fridays is becoming my favorite, because I may be thinking something, but not want to share it. And then another queen will step up and share it. And I'll be like, are you reading my mind? It's just that kind of a connection inside Million Stars Academy. I love it.
Yeah, I know that feeling when I'm like, no, I'm not gonna share. And then there's just somebody say it. I'm like, wow, how did that happen? Absolutely, I love that. Most high ticket programs, they don't give you access to their creator. And I really would like to know what has been your experience getting direct coaching and access to Fatima.
Oh my gosh, it's simply amazing. I've been to different motivational speakers, different coaches to get through certain things that are going on in my life at that particular time. But Fatima's, the way she has it, especially her office hours, you feel like you're the only one in the room when she's talking to you. It may be a group coaching atmosphere, but she speaks directly to you. She asks you specifically what you are currently working on, what do you need help with, what kind of guidance do you need? And you just truly feel like you're the only person sitting there in the room with her. It's simply amazing. I love being able to have the access. As well as on Fridays, we have our accountability posts. And there's 4 simple questions that she asks that you answer. But it's not like when you go to your teacher or your principal per se, where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get my high knee spanked or get my hand slapped. It's nothing like that. It's just something to help guide us individually as to what we wanted to do, what we did do, and what we're promising to do for ourselves. Because it's very true. We don't keep our promises to ourselves as much as we keep promises to other people. And through those accountability posts, you learn, as well as through office hours, you learn how to keep your promises to yourself, which builds your self-confidence, builds your self-esteem. It helps you to step into the person that you were created to be.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why we have so much accountability inside Million Stars. Fatima knows exactly how we are sabotaging ourselves. And so that's why accountability is really a big part of the Million Stars Academy. So just one little bit last question about the office hours with Fatima. So do you feel like sometimes you don't get enough time with her during office hours, or do you always get all your questions answered? Because it's a group coaching program. So if you could tell us a little bit more about that and expand on it.
Oh, office hours it's one of my favorite, one of my favorite calls. And she basically opens the floor, if you will, for someone to step up and ask their questions. The part I like about it the best is let's say I was first to step up and ask my question. And she answers my question. I take my notes. And then I listen to all the other queens talk. And then another question will pop up in my mind. And I'll be like, oh, yeah. she allows you the opportunity to ask yet another question. It's not like, okay, you've already had your turn and you can't come back and ask another question. You just, simply raise your hand through the Zoom meeting, and she knows that you have a question and she'll call on you. And it's just so amazing, the interaction that we all give each other. And we do truly learn from each other. But when somebody else asks, you may not even realize that you had that question until one of the other queens asks that question. And then you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I need an answer to that question too. So it just, the group setting, even though it's a group setting, again, you feel like you're alone in the room with her. And I'm not sure how she does that, other than by grace and mercy and just the blessing that's over her life. But that's what she does. And I encourage everyone to when they join Million Stars Academy, to be sure not to miss one office. Don't miss any of her calls, first and foremost, but definitely don't miss office hours, because that's where you're getting the biggest portion of your one-on-one coaching from Fatima, so that she can guide you, so that you can step into the person you're created to be.
Yeah, that's so awesome. So office hours is one of the 3 live calls that we have with Fatima every week. So the next one is 7-figure habits, and then also body, mind, and spirit, which we already mentioned that it's becoming your favorite, and also a little part of the why. So would you like to tell us any more about the 7-figure habits and body, mind, and spirit?
Well, 7-figure habits is actually one of her newest calls that she started. And it's, for me, it is focusing mostly on my mindset and learning to step into a 7-figure income earner, whether my pocketbook matches it or not. Because everything in our life is a mindset. It is a belief we have. Either we were taught it or we just picked it up from someone. So during 7-figure income earner, you're also still allowed to ask questions, but she teaches you simple techniques to shift that mindset from where you were to a 7-figure income earner. And it really is very simple techniques, not always easy to implement, but simple techniques that if you can learn to adapt that inside of your life, you'll be a 7-figure income earner in no time. And body, mind, and spirit focuses mostly on our inner self, our spirituality, if you will. And it's a time where we get together and we can share what we have been experiencing for the past week. And she teaches you through her EFT tapping how to overcome those feelings, those fears, those life experiences that may have come up and smacked you upside the head unexpectedly. And it's all done in a loving way. And I remember one, you usually have to rate what it is that you're experiencing from that week. Is it a 10, like, oh my gosh, get rid of this, I can't stand this? Or is it a 1 where it's kind of bothering me, but not really bothering me? And I remember one call that I had went on, and I was just so flabbergasted. I mean, I was a 10 plus, I swear I was. By the end of that call, I had Fatima laughing. Wow. It just shifted that fast. Inside, I think that one was an hour and a half call, but it shifted that fast that I was able to go through the rest of the day and have a productive day. I wasn't allowing the week to finish out on a bad note. She helped me to make that shift. And she says, well, Lesia, if you could start where you started when we started this call, and you can make me laugh at the end of the call, this stuff really works. And it does. It really does.
That's so amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that, Lesia. It's just wonderful, right? And that's I guess why it's like one of your favorite calls, because it just shifts your feeling. The thing that you were feeling bad about might be, or for sure is still the same, but the way you feel about change. And that's the whole trick about it, right? So amazing. That's so wonderful. So because also, like, we business owners, always we are very impacted by how we feel, and you're not gonna be the same in your business if you have all this stuff going on, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Too many times we allow our feelings to steer us. And during that body, mind, and spirit call, she teaches us how to steer the feelings so that it doesn't interfere with us, and turns your day, not just your day around, but your whole entire week.
Yes, yes. And let's stay a little bit with those feelings, because entrepreneurship in itself can be sometimes a really, really lonely journey. And you might be feeling, very alone, or whatever feelings are going on. And like you already mentioned, we are like a family inside of the academy with the other queens. So if you could tell us a little bit more about the support inside of MSA, and also from the other coaches.
Well, we get she has her private, unfindable, I guess hidden is the word, Million Stars Academy group that is strictly just for those who are inside the academy. And in there, as we journey through the portal, you're able to share where you were, where you're at, what you've changed, who you are becoming. She has exercises inside of the portal, and she encourages you to post those inside Million Stars Academy for everyone to see. That way we can give you feedback. We can maybe help tweak some words a little bit. Maybe something might sound a little off. Maybe a particular post might be too busy and too distracting from what you are trying to accomplish. So we give feedback on that. But also, if there is something going on personally in your life, feel free to share it inside the private group and let the queens love on you. It is so amazing to me as I walk through this journey, and life would come in and I would just share things. And just the love and support that everyone can give inside that group is just amazing. And we also have I'm not sure, what is it called? A private group inside a messenger, I guess.
The group chat, yes.
Yeah, the group chat. So if let's say you were working on something and you wanted more of an immediate response, you could post your question in there, and whatever queens see it, they'll pop in and answer it for you. But as well as if something is going on in your life. Case in point, I had a time where I had to go to the doctor's office, and so much love came through that by the time I got home, I felt that love. Even though it's a group chat in the messenger app, you wouldn't think that you could really feel it, but you can. The queens inside the academy just have this aura about them, and it truly comes through in the posts. It comes through the group messenger chats. It comes through working together as a team, yet working on your own business, which is something that I had not really experienced in a very long time. And I just encourage anyone who is thinking about it to don't think about it, just do it.
Wow, that just made me feel so warm when you said that about you feeling all that warmth and love from the queens, because it truly is this way. I experience it almost every day. It's just amazing. So let's talk a little bit about the membership portal. You already mentioned a little bit before about it, and some of our clients say the membership portal is like a university textbook. And how has that portal been for you? How are you using it, and what do you like the best about it?
I am using the membership portal, and it is a university. It truly is. I mean, you have your beginning, you have all the different categories, everything from introduction to how to create a Facebook post or a social media post, questions to ask people when you're interviewing them, tips and tricks on doing lives, working on your individual program, just everything. And I would love to say that, I have kept up with it the whole time, but shortly after I started with MSA, I had to pull back a little bit for a while, and probably just recently got back into it again. And quite honestly, that is one regret I did have, was that I allowed life to dominate me still when I first signed up, and I did not choose to stay plugged in. So if you're going to join Million Stars Academy, stay plugged in. If life is happening for whatever reason, it can happen, but just don't let go of Million Stars Academy portal. Make sure you stay plugged in, get into all the calls that you can get in on, the exercises that you can do, because it will help retrain your mindset. And just like my body, mind, and spirit call, you'll be able to tell your feelings to go sit down over here. I'm busy right now. Go sit over here. I'll get back to you later. And that's what the portal does. And that is truly my one regret, that I did not stay plugged in. It is an awesome portal. It truly is a university. And quite honestly, it's a university that's worth the investment, because it's going to change your life. It's going to turn your life around for the better. So don't let this opportunity pass you by.
Yeah, and you're the best person to say this, because I saw so much change in you and your life. You have some amazing accomplishments that you did during this time. So just a big shout out to you, and a big acknowledgement, Lisa, because it's just amazing to see how far you have come during this year.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And you as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. So let's just get a little bit back to the live calls. So we have other 3 live calls during the week, which are like question and answers, which are done by the accountability advisors. So one is for sales, and one is for content creation, and another one is for marketing. Can you tell us a little bit, have you used them, and how have these helped you?
Oh, yes. I've attended all 3 on different occasions. I enjoy your sales one, just because, quite honestly, I'm still searching for where my crowd is. Let's face it, there's so many different social outlets these days that your person may not be in that social outlet that you thought. So you're teaching us how to use LinkedIn, as well as different things inside of Facebook. And the other one that I've attended before is Shyam has her discovery call, where you can basically role play with her. And I'm looking forward to still doing that. And Fariha has her creation content, which is where I got a lot of my thoughts, ideas on different live videos I could do, or recorded videos. You don't necessarily have to do a live video through your social outlet, but just different topics that I could discuss, things I could talk about, things that are familiar to me, that I may be able to share some little skill set for others, so that they can overcome and just transform into the person they're created to be. They're amazing calls. They really are.
Awesome. I'm so happy and glad to hear that you really took out a lot of value from them. That's amazing. So let's talk a little bit about accountability partners and accountability bodies inside of the Academy. Can you tell us how this has helped you in your time inside Million Stars Academy?
Oh, yes. Having an accountability partner is basically where you work one-on-one with each other. And as far as for myself and my accountability partners, we've done a lot of role playing together. When we've created a script of any kind, we pass it back and forth to, again, tweak it here and there. That verbiage doesn't sound right. This would probably sound better. my current accountability partner, we actually meet 3 times a week, which is amazing.
Wow.
Past accountability partners, we only met once or twice a week. So it just depends upon your schedules and what you're working on and how well you want to get it done. Because that's what the accountability partner is for. You run it past each other. It's a one-on-one type atmosphere. So you get an immediate response. And I highly encourage people, let's give an example. When I first started, me and my best friend joined together and we were accountability partners. And in the beginning, it went really good, but then we just started having our friend conversations. So if you're going to join with your friend, you might not want to use them as your accountability partner because your topic of conversation may get steered in the wrong direction. You need that accountability partner who is going to give you honest feedback, loving criticism, and hug you and love you when you need it. And I have experienced that with every accountability partner I've had. I truly believe it is just something that once you are inside this environment, it just happens. It's not like you go out and work for it. It just happens. and quite honestly, it's amazing. I love it. I really do.
Yes. And from the behind the scenes, I always can see like just the right persons, they somehow get together and it makes some of the most magical matches. And I don't know how this happens, but it's just really, really wonderful. And I'm so glad to hear that from you. Then also you have your accountability advisor. So can you tell us a little bit more on how I keep you on track as your accountability advisor?
Well, as my accountability advisor, first and foremost, all 3 of you are amazing, but you're my favorite. And but we get on a call once a month, and you pretty much do very similar to what Fatima does in office hours as far as asking us what we've worked on, what we promised to work on, where we're at, how things are coming along. And then based on our answers, you lead us in the direction that we need to go. Could be something that we should be listening to more of inside the portal. It could be maybe you need to increase how many times you meet with your accountability partner during the week. Could be for whatever reason that you're not able, or you feel that you're not able to attend a call that you should be on. And all the suggestions that you've ever given me have always lifted me up and steered me in the right direction. And I'm very thankful for that.
Thank you. I got this. Thank you. Amazing. So what would you say now to the woman who is watching, who is like thinking, should she join or not? What would you tell that lady and is undecided? What would be your best advice for her?
Well, for the lady who is listening and who is unsure or busy thinking about it, if something has resonated with you through this and it just touches your heart and soul, then stop thinking and just do it. Just sign up for it, give it the year, use it the way it was designed to be used. And then after a year, look where you were and look where you are. You will be so amazed at the transformation that you will make and just the things that you'll overcome, the challenges you may face, and how to learn the skill sets to overcome those challenges. It is an amazing, awesome ride. And I will just encourage you to just click the button, sign up now, and stop thinking about it.
Wow, that's some great advice. And I just have to think about your book when you're talking about overcoming. And I really would like, as the last question of this interview, I want to ask you about your own growth, about your own personal growth, and where are you going and who are you becoming on this journey?
Oh my gosh. Sometimes I have to think really hard when people ask me that question. It's not that it's a difficult question. It's just that when you're living your life and you're just doing it, you don't think about it. So, but as far as where I was and where I am and what I've enjoyed the most and where I'm or who I'm becoming, I am finding that I am more of a creator. I thoroughly enjoyed writing my book through Fatima's 90-day book writing program that she has. And she was the one who encouraged me to take my very first book and expand on it. So now I have a series. So who am I becoming? I'm becoming more of a creator and an author. And honestly, I had never thought of myself that way at all. I look forward to the day where I become that best-selling author. People start calling me for interviews and, I don't know, be in magazines or TV shows or whatever it may be. And I truly have overcome an awful lot. And I'm so thankful for Fatima's guidance during that time and that encouragement, because she believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself. And she pushed me, but she pushed me in a loving way. And when I mentioned to her once during office hours that people have told me that I need to write another book, she was like, yes, Lisa, you need to take that first book and you need to expand on it. I want you to create a series. So honestly, that's what I'll be doing this next year, is I will be finishing out that series of books called The Story of an Overcomer. So I look forward to it.
Oh, and me, I'm looking forward to it. You are such an inspiration to so many of us inside and outside of the academy. I want to thank you again, Lisa, for taking your time out of your busy day to be here with me, to tell me more about yourself, about your story. And I'm really grateful to you. And, thank you so much. And I hope you will have a wonderful rest of your day.
Oh, thank you so very much. It was an honor to do this. I greatly, greatly am so thankful that you asked. No worries.
Thank you so much. Bye, Lisa.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.